So in our last two program, what we did, we have done the read operation into one file and write operation into one file. So in this program, what we did, we just opened a file and we have written some information on the file. In the next program, we have again opened a file. We have didn't open a file, we opened the existing file and then we have read the file. One key difference you have to remember, in case of write operation, it doesn't matter whether the file is already there or not. It creates its own file, okay, and then it writes the information on there. In the read case, it's important the file already exists, otherwise it will show unable to open a file. Now in this program, what we will do, we will read the file, we will write the information in the file, and then we will also print the information. That means we will do the read operation and the write operation in the same file. Okay, so let's start the program. So first we have taken a character array, then we have again declared off stream because we will write on the file. So off stream opens in a write mode. Then we have created the file name afile.dat. Now .dat, .txt, .bin, we will see some many other uh, extensions for the file. So last one in the example, you have opened .txt, you can open .txt as well. So I wanted to show you another type of file, so that can be .dat. Okay. Now after that, it will print right into the file system. It will ask you to enter your name. So when you enter your name, okay, it will take the information and it will store the information to the file. After, it will take your age and it will also take the information to your file. Now this line, I will come back to this one in the next. Then we will print all the informations. Okay, so we will save the informations. Okay, and then we will again open the file. But before opening the file in the read mode, we will first close the file. Now the question is, the start file is already open. Why we need to close it before we can read? Because the file is open in the write mode. But what we want to do, you want to read the file. So that's why we have to first close the file and then we have to open the file again. So we open the file and then we read the informations and then we close the file. So let's run the program. So first it say writing to the file, enter your name. So let's assume your name is ABC. Enter your age, let's assume your age is 25. Okay, so we have given the input, they will be stored into the file, and then you see it will again print the information back to us from the file. How can we make sure this is from the file? Here, look at the program. It opens the file, reading from the file, data, console output. So it takes the information from the file. So we have seen that we can do the read and write operations separately, we can do them together. Next one is that, let's see another type of file that is called, this one was a file.dat. It can be a binary file as well, .bin. So in this program, what we will do, we will find the size of a file. So like if you create a file, what will be the size of that file? So using this program, okay, what we do, we do the same steps. We take a stream, f stream, then we declare if stream, that is we will open into the read mode because we will just find the size of the file. We give the name of the file and see this is a binary mode, binary type, extension is .bin. Then we begin the file using this operation. So in the last two cases, I didn't use this operation. So this is another option you have. So this is another option you have. And then we have, we can find, in this operation, we can find the size of the file, and then we can end the file, and finally we can close it. So opened, then we have, after opening it, we started to counting the size. Okay, after finishing the counting, we close the size. And then what we do, we subtract this opening and the endings, and we find the exact size of the file. So for now, there's nothing written on the file, that's why it will show 0 bytes. So after we write something, it will increase in size. So one thing you have to see here, we started the first memory, the file is storing the data, and then we use this one to count the last option where, or last position, or the last memory where the file stores the data. We subtracted this two position to find the total size of the file. So this is one technique. Okay, and these are the functions that will help you with that. Next one is how we can read an entire file. Okay, so we have done the read write operation, but there in the binary file we also can read the entire memory block, and for that we use a function that is called TLG. Then we use a memory block. After that we try to find the size of the file. Okay, so we can find the size of the file using this operation, or we can just use a size dot file.tlg. So these are different options, don't get confused. Let me so normal, open a file and write something, open a file and read something. Then what was yeah, open a file and do both read and write. Now in your program, depending on what you're trying to do, it might differ, right? Then open a file to read the file size or obtain the file size and so on. So here is another program, not this one. Let me close this one. We're done with this. Yeah, so here's another program where we can actually mention that keep taking input from me until I am done. So this is the 6th program we will see. This will be .txt and see what happens. So let me first show you what is being done. So when I run the program, okay, it will take input from me. So let's assume my name is Saqib Bul Islam, then IUBAT. Okay, so it will keep taking input from me until I press -1. So let's press -1. Now it will print everything. So it's doing the same operation. We write something, okay, and then we print it. What is the difference? In the last one, we could only write 2 operations. We can write my name and write my age. After that, the program automatically showed us output. But in this one, what I did, I can write as long as I want. Okay, so how we did it? In the while case, we used line equals to -1. So as long as we don't write -1, we can write any number of informations. Let's try again. So if you want to continuously store informations, we can use this program. Now let's go to the program. So what it changes? So again, we declared with f stream. We started with string line of streams. Everything is same. We opened the file. Okay. And after opening the file in the while loop, we have written that as long as the file is open, we can get a line using cin. That means using the user. And as soon as the line is not -1, don't break, continue. If the line equals to -1, then we only break, and then print the line to the file. So at the first it might seem a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Okay, eventually you will get it. So this is yeah, one last program, then we're done. So one more thing we can do in the file, we can also use this type of options. So like we can give control, like press 1 for adding data, press 2 for update, press 3 for view, press 4 for delete, and press 5 for exit. So what this does, it actually gives you an option. You can open a file, you can add data, you can modify data, you can view data, and you can delete data. So these are many things we can do with file. For now, our task is simple. We will know how to open a file, how to close a file, why we use file, how it works, that's it. And we will practice these examples. Now, before end, let me just add one last thing. Whenever you are doing a large program or you are developing a project, file helps you to store the informations. If you don't use file, you have to write all the information multiple times. And every time you close the program, you lose all your data. That's where file comes in handy. Now, we can finish now.